As we sort of swift towards the last 10, 12 minutes of the presentation, I'll just touch upon the other visas that are useful, or the working holiday visa being the last visa of its kind. Here, this can be used to create potentially a pathway into an employment visa, full employment visa subsequently, if the applicant is a professional and is otherwise eligible for an employment visa. And even though the visa type working holiday visa doesn't allow you to work and take up permanent employment, which precludes ostensibly you having started your own business and then relying on the fact that you started your own business to then go on to qualify subsequently for a business investment visa as an entrepreneur. I've seen the immigration department enable working holiday visa holders who've got sizable businesses to go on subsequently to secure business investment visas as an entrepreneur. So there is a role, even though bit of a grey area it seems as to what the immigration department are going to sort of how much credit they're going to give to the experience garnered under the time that you're in Hong Kong holding a working holiday visa. Anyway, it's available to applicants that have got a national passport of a qualifying nationality. Not all countries qualify. There's about 16, I think, on the list at the moment. That's called a partner economy. And ostensibly, the applicant needs to be residing in the partner economy at the time of the application, although I've seen quite routinely the immigration department enable visitors in Hong Kong to able to submit their applications for working holiday visas while they're in Hong Kong as visitors. I don't see the immigration department policing the ordinarily resident piece too harshly in relation to the grant of this visa. So you get this visa almost as of right, really, as long as there's the applicant's got about 26,000 Hong Kong dollars in his bank account. It enables them to travel to Hong Kong and take up short-term employment. Depending on your nationality, if you're Brit, you get the ability to work for a single employer for 12 months. If you're French, you get to work for a single employer for 6 months. If you're Japanese, you get to work for a single employer. No. Korean, you get 6 months. Italians don't qualify it. Swedish, you get to work for a single employer for 3 months. So depending on your nationality, there are constraints as to how many jobs you can have and for what length of time that you can work for a single employer in Hong Kong, which is a function of the reciprocity which sits between the partner economy. But anyway, it's called short-term employment. You also need to have suitable insurances to cover your time while you're in Hong Kong. And as I say, you need to be of a qualifying nationality. And 12 months visa that's granted, of which work for a period of up to 6 months for a single employer, unless you're a British national, as I say, or you can work for a single employer for 12 months. But if certain nationalities can only work for 3 months, single employer. And the applicant must not be any older than 30 when you apply for this particular status. So it's useful, gets people lawful employable, gets people ID cards, but you can't sponsor dependent visas and you can't sponsor foreign domestic helpers under them.